Stop for a second. Right now, how many tabs do you have open in your browser? How many unread notifications are sitting on your phone? When was the last time you sat down to eat without looking at a screen? You probably think you have anxiety. And you might. But let me tell you something no one is telling you. What you're feeling is not anxiety. It's overload. And the difference between the two can completely change your life. For years, millions of people have been diagnosed with anxiety when, in reality, their brains are simply collapsing under an excess of information, decisions, and constant stimulation. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to tell the difference. And, more importantly, how to get out of the overload that's stealing your mental peace. Look, I understand perfectly what you're going through. You wake up in the morning and before you even wash your face, you've already checked Instagram, replied to 3 WhatsApp messages, and your brain has processed more information in those first 10 minutes than a person in the 18th century processed in an entire week. You get to work and you have 47 unread emails. Your boss sends you an urgent message. Your partner asks what you want for dinner. Netflix just recommended 15 new shows. Your news app bombards you with 20 catastrophic headlines. And at some point during the day, you feel that pressure in your chest, that sensation that you can't breathe properly, that constant thought that something bad is going to happen. And that's where we make the mistake. We immediately think, I have anxiety. And we rush to the psychologist or the psychiatrist, or we start Googling anxiety disorders. And don't get me wrong, clinical anxiety is real and serious. But here's the problem. We're confusing a natural overload response with a mental disorder. Your brain is not broken. Your brain is doing exactly what it's supposed to do when you subject it to a level of information and demands it was never designed to handle. It's like trying to run 10 heavy programs at the same time on an old computer. It's not that the computer is damaged, it's simply overwhelmed. So what's the real difference between anxiety and overload? Clinical anxiety is a disorder that persists even when you remove external stressors. It's an alteration in brain chemistry, in neurotransmitters, that requires professional intervention and often medical treatment. A person with clinical anxiety can feel bad even on vacation, with no responsibilities and no external stimuli. Overload, on the other hand, is a direct response to excess. It disappears when you reduce stimulation. It's your brain screaming at you, I can't take any more. And here's the key, if your symptoms improve when you step away from your phone, when you reduce your commitments, when you have a calm weekend doing nothing, then it's not anxiety, it's overload. Think of it this way, if you have a stomachache because you ate too much, the solution isn't to medicate yourself forever, it's to stop eating so much. But we live in a society that has convinced us that being constantly busy, connected, and available is normal. And it's not. Our grandparents maybe made 5 important decisions a day. You make more than 35,000. From what clothes to wear, what to eat for breakfast, which route to take to work, what to reply in every message, which post to like, what opinion to have about every current issue. It's exhausting. And the most dangerous part is that we've normalized it. And now comes the part no one wants to hear but that you need to understand. Big tech corporations are making billions of dollars by keeping your brain in this constant state of overload. Why do you think Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all these platforms have infinite scrolling? It's not an accident. It's intentional design. There are teams of engineers, psychologists, and neuroscientists working day and night to make these apps as addictive as possible. To keep you hooked. To make sure you never feel like it's enough. Every notification, every like, every comment releases small doses of dopamine in your brain, creating a reward cycle that keeps you coming back again and again. It's not that you're weak. It's that you're fighting against systems specifically designed to hijack your attention. Meanwhile, your ability to concentrate collapses. Your memory deteriorates. Your creativity disappears. And that constant feeling of being overwhelmed becomes your new normal. But it doesn't have to be this way. Let me describe the most common symptoms of overload so you can identify whether this is what's happening to you. First, constant mental fatigue. You wake up tired even after sleeping 8 hours. Your brain feels foggy, like you're thinking through a steamed-up window. This happens because your brain never truly enters recovery mode. Even when you sleep, your subconscious is processing all the information from the day. Second, inability to make simple decisions. You freeze in front of a restaurant menu. You spend half an hour deciding what show to watch. This is called decision fatigue, and it's a classic symptom of overload. Your brain has already made too many decisions and simply can't take any more. Third, extreme irritability. Small things bother you disproportionately. Someone talks to you while you're focused and you feel like you're going to explode. Your partner asks a simple question and you feel that wave of frustration. It's not that you're a bad person. It's that your nervous system is at its limit. Fourth, the feeling of always being behind. No matter how much you do, you always feel like you should be doing more. Your to-do list never ends. There's always another email, another message, another task. It's like running on a treadmill that never stops. Fifth, inability to enjoy the present moment. You're with your family but thinking about work. You're at work but thinking about personal things you still have to do. Your mind is never where your body is. And this is devastating because you're basically losing your life while your brain is somewhere else. And sixth, maybe the most concerning, loss of interest in things you used to enjoy. Reading no longer excites you. You don't have energy for your hobbies. You see your friends more out of obligation than pleasure. This isn't necessarily depression. It's that your brain is so overloaded that it no longer has the energy to process pleasurable experiences. Hey, if this is resonating with you, if you're starting to realize that maybe it's not anxiety but overload, do me a favor. Subscribe to this channel. Not because I need the numbers, but because you need constant reminders that there is another way to live. On this channel, we talk about real mental health. No filters, no magic fixes, but with information that can genuinely change your life. And I promise you this, every video I upload is designed to give you practical tools, not just theory. Hit like if this content is helping you, and turn on the notification bell so YouTube lets you know when I post new videos. Alright, now let's keep going. Okay, now comes the important part. How do we get out of this? First, do a brutally honest digital audit. You need to be completely honest with yourself about how much time you spend on your phone. Turn on your screen time stats and look at them. Don't judge. Just observe. You're probably using your phone between 4 and 6 hours a day. That's a quarter of your waking life. Then, eliminate everything that isn't absolutely essential. All those apps you downloaded just in case, and never use, delete them. All those newsletters you never read, unsubscribe. All those WhatsApp groups you never participate in, leave them. Be radical. Your mental peace is worth more than the fear of missing out. Second, create stimulus-free time blocks. This is non-negotiable. You need periods during the day when your brain receives zero external stimulation. No phone, no music, no podcast, nothing. Just you and your mind. Start with 10 minutes a day. Sit in silence. Your brain will protest. It will create anxiety. It will tell you you're wasting time. Ignore it. This is mental gym training. Third, eliminate multitasking from your life. This is a lie we were sold. The human brain cannot multitask efficiently. What you're really doing is rapidly switching between tasks, and every switch has a cognitive cost. When you're working, work. When you're eating, eat. When you're with someone, be present. one thing at a time. This alone can completely transform your productivity and well-being. Fourth, set firm boundaries around availability. You don't have to reply to everything immediately. You don't have to be available 24/7. The world worked just fine when people couldn't reach you at any moment. Set specific times to check messages and email. Outside those times, disconnect. People will survive. And if someone can't wait a few hours for your response, that's their problem, not yours. Fifth, drastically reduce your news consumption. News is designed to trigger your threat response. 95% of the news you consume has no real impact on your life, but it has a massive impact on your mental state. You don't need minute-by-minute updates on everything happening in the world. Read a weekly summary of important news and stop there. Your brain will thank you. Sixth, reclaim analog activities. Read physical books. Write by hand. Go for walks without headphones. Cook without following a YouTube recipe. Play board games. These slow, non-digital activities are like medicine for an overloaded brain. At first, they'll feel boring because your brain is used to constant overstimulation. Stick with it. In 2 weeks, you'll notice the difference. Seventh, learn to say no. Probably 50% of your commitments are things you agreed to because you felt obligated, not because you truly wanted to do them. Every time you say yes to something you don't want to do, you're saying no to your well-being. Practice saying no without long explanations. I can't. That doesn't work for me. Not this time. You don't owe anyone a justification. But beyond all these practical strategies, you need to understand something fundamental. We live in a culture that glorifies being busy. A culture that confuses productivity with worth. A culture that makes you feel guilty for resting. When someone asks, "How are you?" and you answer busy like it's a badge of honor, that's the problem. Being constantly overloaded is not an achievement. It's a tragedy. It means you're spending your life in survival mode instead of actually living it. You need to change your relationship with boredom. Boredom is not your enemy. It's the space where creativity, reflection, and emotional processing happen. Kids who are never bored never develop imagination. Adults who are never bored never develop self-awareness. And here's something controversial. Maybe you don't need to optimize every minute of your life. Maybe it's okay to waste time sometimes. Maybe it's okay to not be productive all day. Maybe life isn't about squeezing out every drop of efficiency, but about experiencing moments of calm, presence, and real connection. Because at the end of your life, lying on your deathbed, you won't wish you had checked more emails. You won't wish you had watched more reels. You won't wish you had been more productive. You'll wish you had been more present, that you had enjoyed more, that you had loved more deeply. And none of that can happen when your brain is constantly overloaded. Now let me tell you what you can expect when you start making these changes. In the first week, you'll feel anxiety. Your brain will protest. You'll feel the constant urge to grab your phone. You'll feel like you're missing something important. This is normal. It's like withdrawal. Hold on. In the second week, you'll start to notice moments of clarity. Your mind will wander less. You'll be able to focus a little more. You'll sleep better. After the first month, the difference will be noticeable. You'll have more energy. Simple decisions will feel easier. That constant pressure in your chest will start to fade. In 3 months, you'll be a different person. You'll be able to sit quietly without feeling the need to be doing something. You'll rediscover the pleasure of simple activities. You'll connect more deeply with the people you love. And here's the best part. You'll realize that everything you thought was so urgent really wasn't. That the world didn't fall apart because you didn't reply to a message right away. and that your value as a person has nothing to do with how busy you are. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you for one thing. If this video helped you understand what's really happening to you, if it gave you clarity about the difference between anxiety and overload, share it. Share it with that person in your life who you know is struggling with this. And if you're not subscribed yet, now is the time. This channel exists to help you navigate modern life without losing your mental health in the process. I upload new content every week with real strategies. No empty motivational fluff, no fake hype. Leave me a comment below. Did you recognize yourself in overload? Which strategy are you going to implement first? I truly love reading your comments, and I personally reply to as many as I can.